Hi there. Some of you come to me and ask me, how could you really make ourselves more ready for the 21st century? And I tend to speak about the things because I don't consider myself as an IT guy. But listen, we're here in a very interesting conference, 2020 conference, and I figured out that a lot of people are good in what they're doing, but they forget one component. So you need always to connect with the client. You know that, right? Where in the past people connect when they really get the clients to the shop to speak to them. When in the past, we didn't have to be there all the time. In our days, you need to be 24/7, sorry. In our days, you really have to be all the time for your client. How you do that? They ask me a lot of time, how could you, Itzik, you travel around the world, you speak, how could you be there all the time for your clients? Here's the reason. You need to have the right people to help you get the right solutions, the right technology to bring you an edge above the crowd. Now, in our days, it's very easy. You need to find them. Now, if you find companies like the company I'm talking about, MyFirmsApp, and if you just do something else, go to the mobile world. Create yourself there, your own space to connect with your client. That's where the magic starts. That's where you really get clients. That's where you really always connect with the client consistently and constantly. And that's, you're gonna see a big difference and growth in your business. So if you really wanna find the really new solution, you want to be ready, trusted advisor for the 21st century, go get yourself the mobile app. You will thank me later. So thank you very much. It's Itzik Amiel. I'm the best-selling author of the Attention Switch and international speaker. And I hope to see you soon face-to-face and to see how did you grow your firm.
Hi there, my name is Paul Gray. I'm Head of Business Development at Forrester Boyd Accountants. We're a large practice based in northern Lincolnshire with 5 offices spread across the Humber area. We recently picked up a national award, Practice Excellence for our client service. So how did we do this and what makes us different? That's a message that I deliver to our target client base and also help our staff deliver it. That's really important these days. So to stand apart from the crowd, we need to be able to access modern technology, but we also need our people to buy into this. We chose to use MyFirmsApp just over 18 months ago now, because we realised that the market had changed. Yes, we still need personal contact and we still need to engage with our clients on a one-to-one basis. But to do that, using an app and having an access through mobile phone technology or on a laptop, we found to be very important. Clients like to interact in their own time, whenever it suits them. And the beauty of having an app is that you can get so much information out to them that's there for them to access when they want to, but also we can push information out to them. So away from your traditional newsletters, your expensive postal campaigns, get yourself in front of them by having access to your business 24/7. Since I've had the app, when I get out and visit non-clients, I see it as a great opportunity to illustrate that we are a digital business. We're not a frosty, old-fashioned, traditional firm. We're a firm that places modern technology at the heart of its core offering. These days we do still have our paper-based tax cards, but they're very rarely used. Why not engage with your client through the use of something such as the app? In our case, it was in fact the forerunner to then taking things further into cloud accounting. Much more easy for our staff who are so used to having apps on their phones to illustrate and show clients just how to use it, how easy it is to find their way around the application, from simple areas such as working out what their current tax is, to performing more detailed calculations such as should I operate as a limited company, or am I better off as a sole trader? So have a look at it, see what you think, but believe me, once you've tried it, you'll feel how could you have managed before you had an app.
So hi, I'm Paul Dunn. I'm here at 2020, the 2020 conference, and I think I had the longest travel path because I live and work out of Singapore. And so what I do is global. The company that I chair is called B1G1, or Buy One Give One Business for Good. And so what we're all about is kind of finding ways to give back. But that's how most people talk about it. But what I think, and why it's so exciting to be here for MyFirmsApp, is that we are now very firmly in what I call the age of connection. And of course, what these guys are doing is enhancing that at an amazing level, which is why obviously so many of the clients that I serve are using these kind of processes specifically to connect. And that's what I spoke about in the keynote this morning. And a lot of people have been saying, whoa, that was really cool. So it set a very nice foundation for where we are. Of course, I recommend the app, because if I'm out there talking that this is the age of connection, then obviously everything that I'm going to be talking about has something to do with connecting at a very deep level. So that, and you know, everybody's impatient these days. We've got to be, I've got to see my data, I've got to be connected with you. You know, I don't need to, bang, right there. It needs to be right there. And of course, that's what the app does. Bang, you're right there and giving clients access to their information and to other things that they might need to help them do a better job, and importantly, to stay more connected to you. So the other thing that this is great about, of course, is developing client loyalty, because after a while, guess what? That's who they rely on. So it's a brilliant way of using technology to connect in these fascinating ways. The great thing is about the feedback. You know, the feedback is really simple. The feedback always goes like this. I'm not making this up. It's always 3 words, and here are the 3 words. I love it. That's the feedback. Now, we could obviously go deeper, and could you ask them why, and so on and so forth, but the crucial thing is that I love it. I think another thing that is happening is people are inspired by what's going on, simply because it's forcing them in the nicest possible way to be in greater connection. So they're now giving better service and all those kind of things that we know are so important. But how cool is it to be able to do it right there on one of these things? I mean, you're listening and watching this. You're probably watching it on your phone right now. We live and breathe with this. We get up in the morning, and that's the first thing we turn on. So how cool is it that when they turn it on, bang, you're right there. Well, you know what, it's interesting, you mentioned what about people thinking of purchasing the app and getting all that. Very simple, don't. Now, let me be very clear as to what I mean by don't. Don't think about it, that's not playing the game. The way, and what I mean by that is, you know, there are spectators who kind of look at, you know, the way the game is going, and there are other people who actually get in and experience it. And the only way you can experience the great things that happen as a result of this is just get in there, just literally do it. You will be so thrilled that you did.
My name's Kevin Salter. I'm a partner in Glover Stanbury, which is a firm based down in North Devon. A couple of offices, one in Barnstable, one in Bideford. Various other roles that I have include a membership of the IT faculty committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, and deputy chairman of the technical subcommittee of that particular body. I'm IT director here at 2020. We run an IT company and a financial services company, and I'm also a director of a document management software house. So lots of hats at different times. My practice has been involved in the IT world for 30 years. We've developed software in the past, and we continue to do so, and we roll that out to firms all around the country. The app that we've got from MyFirmsApp has provided us with additional marketing materials. It's been very useful to use it in providing a mobile interface to clients. It's a one-stop shop that they can go into various tools that we use in the cloud, things that are going to be useful as Making Tax Digital comes on stream, things like Receipt Bank and mileage trackers are a couple of them that will get people used to using the apps and getting involved in the digital world if they've not already made that jump. The clients are always very impressed with the app. It's one of those tools that quite often got forgotten about in busy meetings at maybe 2 or 3 hours, but having the app flyer on our desks makes it much easier to remember and give out to clients, and we have seen a marked increase in the downloads since we put those flyers in place. From a perspective of the business, the use of apps differentiates us from our competitors. We've got all the tools that the client needs ready at their fingertips. Using the app when you're out and about will enable you to take photographs of your expense claims and your receipts, all of which can often all of which can get lost and end up in the waste bin or wherever it might be. Just take a photograph and using the app you can put it straight into your accounting records. So here at Glover Stanbury we're very proud of our long association with various products. We've helped develop products in the cloud over the years, worked very closely with some of the software houses and continue to do so. The app that we can provide enables you to access lots of tools and calculators, and can help bring you into the digital world, which probably you have got no choice but to comply with as Making Tax Digital comes on board. Please go to the App Store and download our app, and we can get you working in the 21st century.
Hi, I'm Ian Rogers from the Profit Key. We've been working with MyFirmsApp for quite a while now. Obviously launched our own app with them. We're based up in northwest Leicestershire, and I suppose our ethos as a practice is really to embrace technology, as that's the way that everything's going. We've found the client's reaction to the app very positive, and really enabling them to access our online portal, access the cloud-based software that we provide for them. I think with the proposed changes with Making Tax Digital, it's going to happen. Obviously the consultation period's over now, but it's going to come out in some format, and basically it's going to compel clients to go onto some form of cloud-based software. I think obviously us having the app, giving them access to it, on a mobile device, which is more and more internet access now is on mobile devices, is really going to help our clients. So I've found a very positive experience working with MyFirmsApp, developing our app. They've been very accommodating, and the changes, we've tweaked it quite a few times, and they've been very helpful, accommodating to enable us to do that. So,
hi there, I'm Graham from Xero. I'm here at the 2020 conference in Birmingham with many of our valued partners and also many of the add-on community who work so closely with Xero. So we find that most business owners today need to do business on the go, they need to be mobile, and they need to be able to work collaboratively with their accountant. And there's no better way for them to do that by using the MyFirm app to be able to access directly their finance data and all of the other business critical apps that will help them do business on the go.
Hi, my name is Nelson De Silva. I'm the UK head of the partner channel for Receipt Bank. So currently the Receipt Bank feature is available on the expense module on MyFirmsApp. It was a good combination to partner up with MyFirmsApp. The way we work with partners, when I refer to partners, accountants and bookkeeping firms out in the UK, it's all about adding value, and we look at a solution like MyFirmsApp, which is a value add to any firm, and we're looking at saying, well, how can we partner with people who are adding value, and how can we continue adding value to the relationships we have with accountants and bookkeepers? And MyFirmsApp, in a sense, was a no-brainer. Okay, so in terms of the functionality, the Receipt Bank functionality, it's all about making it as easy as possible for accountants and bookkeepers to give a single solution to their clients in order to do what's necessary in order to get the information into the accounts and for them to be adding value to their relationship with clients. So the expense module, the Receipt Bank module within the MyFirmsApp, it's all about being as simple as possible. Take a photograph of a receipt or an invoice on the go, submit it, crunch up the receipt and invoices, throw it away. Makes it nice and simple, makes it a value add once again. So in terms of time savings, I mean, there's studies out there that say, it's a 2.5 minute saving in terms of data entry, and that's really where it begins. Receipt Bank is, the start of the journey is the data entry, but it's not just about the data entry. It's not just about saving 2.5 minutes per item. It's more about improving the efficiencies, the effectiveness, and hence the productivity of the bookkeeping function. So we very much look at it as very much a bookkeeping productivity software or platform. And it's all about how can we liberate the time of people, of professionals, to concentrate on doing what it is that they're good at, which is adding value to a relationship, adding value to a client's business, rather than doing the mundane work that, quite frankly, software and technology is capable of doing and will do, and will be the future, and that's really it. So Receipt Bank feeds into all the top cloud accounting software solutions out there. We're speaking about Xero, we're speaking about QuickBooks Online, Intuit QuickBooks Online, we're speaking about Twin Fields, Cashflow, Free Agent, Yeah, so I mean, if you look at all the cloud accounting softwares out there, we integrate with them, and we've got a seamless integration with most of them. We have got CSV downloads which help with the desktop integrations that we do, which is Sage and QuickBooks Desktop. But yeah, think of any cloud accounting software solution that's out there that's a predominant player in the market globally, and we probably integrate with them. Yeah, it all comes down to adding value to a relationship and being able, so not only us adding value, but it's how can we make it as simple as possible or as easy as possible for our partners to add value to their relationship. So it's all about them being able to add value to their clients. And if you can tell a client, here's an app, it's got everything you need on it, you can do everything you need to do on the go, it's definitely the future. We all know that gone are the days where the client is going to be doing stuff. What the client of the future, the practice of the future is going to be, a client will take a photograph or snap or pay for something, and the information will end up in their accounts ready for either VAT return, management accounts, cash flow projections, whatever you need. I mean, that's the future. So an app like MyFirmsApp gives you the ability to do all of those things all in one place.
My name is Ainsley Damery and I'm from Taya Ballytomlin, a firm of accountants based in Cheltenham. Yeah, we were one of the first firms in the UK to have the MyFirmsApp. We've been working with Dan for a number of years, and they had helped build our website and had done some telesales for us. So we trusted the guys heavily, and when they came out with this app, we thought that's exactly what we're looking for. And we heavily value the app, and it's a great way of differentiating the firm. It's just one part of the overall marketing mix, but it's a very important part of that mix. It certainly puts us at the cutting edge, and as one of the first firms to use it, it did put us at the forefront of that technology. So that was really great from our perspective. About 2 years ago, it was interesting, we got a number of firms asking us about whether or not they should use the app, and that was at the time, I suppose, quite an interesting question. But nowadays, when people ask me, I'm thinking, why are you asking that question? You should just be getting on and doing it. We're looking to really develop the app now beyond just a pure marketing tool. So we're looking for client integration and getting them to use the app and it becoming the primary port of call for the firm. So we're looking to get further integration, creating an online client portal which is going to be part of that app and drive further integration and use with our clients. Certainly push notifications is something we haven't yet really fully used. We're looking at probably getting clients to switch to banner usage on the app. And once we've got that sorted, we'll certainly start using push notifications far more in the future. Well, it's really funny. Clients use it for different things that you possibly wouldn't quite expect them to use it for. So some of our clients are using it for VAT calculations, which I think is quite ridiculous, but it's very easy to use, it's easy to download, it's a great app and I thoroughly recommend it. You know, along the theme of driving further integration and getting clients to use the app more often, we're looking to integrate Receipt Bank with our app. Using that as the one port of call for everything that the client needs to do. Receipt Bank is obviously really important with zero integration, and so it's an important part of where we're going with the app.
We're really excited to announce our integration with the MyFirmsApp as well. What that allows you to do via your MyFirmsApp is to offer your clients the opportunity to send and receive their documents from you, also in the future for signature. So there's going to be some upgrades to that as well, which we're hoping to bring through soon with push notifications, which will really allow you to follow your clients up where their documents are. So that's it. We're really excited about the future.
Hi, Alan Woods from Wood Squared, business growth accountants based in Birkenhead, just up by Liverpool. We use a combination of Xero, auto entry, Satago, analytics, crunch boards, all to give business owners the accounts and information they need in one place as long as they've got an internet connection or a phone. With that as well, we pull that all together with MyFirmsApp. So we've got that for our business, which has been a great place for business owners to keep everything in one place rather than to scoot around onto different websites. We also find as well it's been a great little tool for bank managers, financial advisors and solicitors as well. Rather than tax cards that they can carry around, they've actually got an app that they can then actually pass on to their clients as well. So it's been a real good resource and tool and marketing aid for that as well.
Hi there, it's Mark Wickersham here, Amazon #1 best-selling author of Effective Pricing for Accountants. And one of the things that we're seeing is the world is increasingly moving digital, it's increasingly moving mobile, which is completely changing the way that we interact with clients, the way that we can add value to clients, the way we can communicate. We can communicate with clients through our mobile devices, and that trend is going to continue.
Look, the thing about growing a practice is about being an early adopter of what's ever out there. MyFirmsApp has been around for several years now. We've been using it for around 3 years. We use it for push notifications for all our events, our business boot camps, our quarterly 777 networking groups. It's a great way of just getting something out there, quick, easy, low cost, no-brainer.
My name's Tom Murray. I'm a director of Murray Taylor Scotland Limited. We trade as Murray Taylor. We are chartered certified accountants up in Montrose, Arbroath and Dundee up in Scotland. Last year we were down at the 2020 conference and a lot was made of the marketing, and some of the things that we should be doing is get a good website and get an app for our firm. So we took this on board, we got in touch and we ended up with what we think is a cracking website now, along with MyFirmsApp, our own personal app. The app, not only does it have some excellent features, especially the mileage calculator, but also the receipt manager. We deal with a lot of tradesmen, and of course when they're going away to pick up supplies, etc., invariably the invoice gets lost in the van. Now they just take a photograph of it and email it to us, and therefore it's captured. They don't need to worry about that anymore. As a marketing tool, it's actually excellent, especially with new clients or prospective clients. We come in, we actually get them to take their iPhone out and we'll download their app there and then, take them through some of the features, and it really is quite impressive that they are quite impressed with what they see. So it's good for prospective clients, but it's also good for our existing clients as well who like to have it. It's a useful tool for us, obviously, when we're out and about. We've got a radio reckoner to be able to call up on for any of the tax rates, etc., that are required. So it works all round. Well, it's like they say down at 2020, if the modern firm is doing all these things, they're giving these things away for free on the website, as we do, and if you don't do that, you're going to be left behind, and that's certainly one thing we don't want to be at the moment.
My name's Peter Disney, and I'm a partner in a firm called Wooden Disney based in North Essex in Colchester. I heard about MyFirmsApp when I went to a 2020 group meeting last year, and at the time I was of the opinion that I had a mobile website and that was good enough. I didn't really appreciate the importance of the app. At that particular 2020 meeting, I understood exactly what the app was going to do for us, and the fact that it was on my clients' iPhones and Androids all of the time. So I was in contact with them all of the time. And even when they couldn't get a signal, they would still be able to look at my app. We launched our app in March of 2014. Just before we went to a local business-to-business exhibition, and we were very pleased with the uptake of people at that time. However, I didn't realise until today, which is October 14, that in fact we now have 1,100 people who have downloaded our app, which is fantastic news. Two of the bits which my clients like most are the motor expenses, or the mileage tracker, which many of them have commented on. Plus, of course, the receipt system, which we can photograph and send us the details of their receipts. To all other firms who are considering having an app, don't, because you'll be in competition with me, and I want to be the only one in my town doing it.
First of all, we met MyFirmsApp at another conference that we went to. It was the 2020 conference that we went to, and met them just outside, and we took their information away and researched it. And for us, it was a step forward. We're a small accountancy firm. There's probably about 10 of us that work there, and it's trying to get new clients and how we could do that. And MyFirmsApp was the way forward for us. In that we have our own website, but some of us, it's hard to do a hard sell when you're an accountant to your existing clients. Can you recommend people? Can you do this? With the app that we've got now, it's quite easy. Anyone can download it. Also, our clients, we then recommend to download it, but anyone could then, oh, I like this, I want to, consult you, and here we go. So for us, it's been great. I think if you look at all the features you've got on there, it's lots of people would basically use the calculator, the tax calculator anyway. That's just day to day. You would use it, I would use it, anyone would use it. Also, it's probably as a link to then go into our website, which until now hasn't been sort of mobile friendly, but is now, which then helps the whole situation. And the request for more information, really. We always have a little icon that says please phone us, and that's been great. Integration has been seamless, actually. Whenever we are, right from the word go, what do you want on here, they came back with information. We had our own little thing I could do on my website. I could update information all the time on the company page, and then it literally within 5 minutes I would click on my phone and see has that information been updated. Absolutely all the time. That's on the personal pages. Obviously MyFirmsApp control the major pages. They download live feeds for all the accountancy information anyone could actually ever want. But this is like meet the team, let's say, and this new person starts, I can put that on there and it's straight up. I just recommend it to two people back there who are in the conference there. Absolutely, it's the way forward, I think. There are lots of people, there are lots of other companies who are introducing little mobile sites. When we first looked at MyFirmsApp, it was either you had a mobile website or you went with a particular, like MyFirmsApp, particular accountancy package. We chose this way forward. Nowadays it looks like it's the right choice to have made because everyone has to have mobile friendly websites now. So for us to pay that tiny little bit extra, it's fantastic. Other companies that are offering the same, to me they don't offer exactly what MyFirmsApp have done. If I have any query, they come back literally within the hour. So if Joel's not there, if Dave's not there, whoever, I'll get someone else. Oh, I picked up this email. I'd like to respond. He will be back with you, or I can respond to this situation. And within a day or two, it's all sorted.
Hi, Tony Margatelli here, Chairman at ICPA. Some years ago, ICPA, we were reviewing technology, what was moving forward, what was happening, what wasn't. One of the things we looked at were very important to us. We thought, how is a practice going to develop? What's going to give it an edge in the marketplace? What's going to differentiate it from other accountants? Every accountant's got a website, but what every accountant didn't have at that point in time was an app. Even now, there's not enough apps being sold, which is great if you get involved with an app now. That's why we were so pleased to team up with MyFirmsApp and the guys there. We sat down, we worked through the app technology. It was an absolute blast, very refreshing. We were able to get an app up and running in no time, and I had just suffered endless months of trying to sort out a website, which frankly, I'm still not 100% with, and yet I could get an app up and running that I was proud to have as part of the ICPA in virtually weeks. The app will differentiate your practice. One of the things within it, there's a huge number of calculators which will save you bundles of time. Seriously, look at them all. Dividend v salary, incorporation, this is stuff that we spend hours trying to tax and work out on. This will really do you a tremendous favour. The big thing that we found, push notifications. Look at push notifications. People can't help themselves. If you've got a phone and the thing goes bingity bingity bong, people reach for it. Why? It could be the wife, it could be the kids, they could be in trouble. I've got to look. They look at it, it's a message from Tony telling them something. They will read it. Phenomenal take up of the apps. Phenomenal on the push notifications. One of the things to do with the push notifications, you're a local practice. You're trying to highlight your localness. If one of your clients, you're out there, you see a cheap price for petrol, push it out on an app, push the notification app, there's cheap price at so-and-so around the corner. It will reinforce your localness and it will get picked up. There's so much to look for in an app. It sounds like all I am is an app salesman. I'm not. My voice is going. We're here at Accountex 2015. I've been doing an awful lot of talking. I'm not an app salesman, but I'm telling you that if you're in practice, if you're an accountant in practice today, and we put 1,000 accountants in front of this line, 990 of them would have a website. How many would have an app? Come on guys, think about it, it's maths. You want an edge, you need clients, it's tough to get clients today. Give yourself that edge, think about an app.
Basically, I think a lot of social media is moving towards people using their apps. People are kind of leaving aside desktop computers and focusing on using their mobile phone for accessing information, so it seemed to make sense to actually get an app for an accountancy practice because everyone's using information that way. Yeah, our practice, we specialise in entertainment, and we've got about 500 clients, of which half are actors and half are other things like dancers, theatrical agents, directors, that area really. Well, first off, we used a Mark Car & Co app, and that wasn't too successful because I think the searching structure doesn't find names very well, like people's names. But we changed it and made it acting for entertainment, and then I think within about 2 months we had about 600 downloads on the acting for entertainment one. With the Mark Car & Co one, we filled it to the clients. Clients liked it, they downloaded it, but we didn't get a lot of people download it outside of the firm. Well, I think it's increased our client base, and it's kind of given our clients the impression, it's a fact that we're kind of modern thinking, kind of go ahead, and that can only be good because then they're thinking the age, especially with young people, when they're using apps all the time.
The reason why MyFirmsApp is interesting to me and why I would encourage accountancy firms to have a look at it is, first of all, it's so new to the market. It's very cool to have an app, and there are very few players out there that have recognized that the accountants are probably the leading individual trusted advisors from which an app and all that's related to it could naturally rest. And the MyFirmsApp story is very much the only players that tick that box. Yeah, the feedback I've had actually has been fantastic. Being accountants, they often say, well, how much does it cost, what's the benefit? The cost side of it is so easy for them to get around, it doesn't break the bank, far from it. And then they say, well, what sort of feedback have you had? And they said the clients love it. And I said, well, how many clients have you got through and downloaded it? And they said, well, we've got some, but what we're finding is more and more clients are interested, not least because of the functionality that's available with the MyFirmsApp. The push notifications is, of course, much easier for people to understand. We can relate to that. The open rate would be, 90+%. I'm sure that will eventually lower over time like the emails did. But the single point of reference is actually much more exciting, where people can go and look at Receipt Bank and various other apps that lead from the accountancy firm's app. So to me, that's very exciting. Downloading documents could be a real winner, and would be a very compelling story if I were a client of an accounting firm, to be able to download my tax return just to make sure that the information I was thinking was correct. And it's an absolute winner. It's all very mobile, you see, which is very much where we all want it to be. I see it taking over. I mean, absolutely taking over. I think the whole mobile story is going to be, we were introduced to a firm in America that didn't know their clients. The whole firm was digital. They literally didn't know their clients from all over the world, and all of those clients are running their business using the iPhone or their iPad to produce information, suck down information. So the whole paperless story, and as we all know, it is no question, it's all going mobile. So big future for it, I think. It's a no-brainer.
My name's John Harrison. I'm from John Harrison & Company, which is a firm of chartered accountants in Worksop in Nottinghamshire. But the thinking behind getting the app was that we very much like the expense management with it, so that clients can scan the expense receipt in, and that gets loaded directly into our software. They can also use it with a GPS within it to do the mileage claims, so that they can come automatically to us as well, and it actually makes life a lot easier for our clients. And of course there's all the other things in there, the add-ins with the the tax calculators and mortgage calculators and all that sort of stuff. But it was really the scanning and the motor expenses side that was most attractive to us.
My name is Ian White, and I represent Murray Taylor, certified chartered accountants in Montrose, Dundee and Arbroath. Why did I choose MyFirmsApp? I chose it last year because we attended the 2020 conference last year, and we were very impressed with the results that other accountants had been getting. I spoke with Dan, and we moved it forward from obviously meeting at the conference last year. Clients are very impressed. Some of our existing clients have been extremely impressed, and also new clients who've come on board. They've come on board because they've looked at the new website along with the application, and they love it because it just gives us that differential and makes us different and stand out. Are there any features that have proved popular? Absolutely. The mileage one seems to be a really important one to people. Maybe because in Scotland we have a lot of people that move around because we're rural, so they've got to record the mileage. But they absolutely love that app, and that's one of the ones we've had real good feedback on. Push notifications, we've only used it on a couple of occasions, and in fact it's something that we have to use a lot more of, and that was identified yesterday when speaking to a number of people who are using the app better than we are. So that's something, note to self, we need to be using that more often. Having our own app it's like having your own signature out there in the marketplace. It gives us that differential that, you know, there are thousands and thousands of accountants, but there are very few who have their own application, and it's almost you're giving the client a useful tool that they can go and use straight away. How long did it take the app to go live? From memory, it was around 10 to 12 weeks. The reality was there was no problem with any infrastructure that we currently had in place. It worked on all platforms, and it was, and I don't say this lightly, it was a pleasurable experience to deal with MyFirmsApp, because what they said they were going to do, they did, and they did it when they said they were going to do it, and it was just kind of really easy for that to be done. So we had no pain whatsoever in it. It happened as we gave the right information came back. It was great, and very much a pleasure to deal with that.